Hello everyone, welcome to this episode on the Backrooms Documentaries. This episode will talk about entities 14, 15, and 16. Just keep in mind that entity 16 will show a creepy spider as the image, so if you have deep arachnophobia, or the fear of spiders, I recommend you skip the explanation of that entity. Other than that, enjoy this episode of the Backrooms Documentaries. Entity 14 of the Backrooms, also known as Revyuks, have an IETS rating of 4D. Revyuks are subterranean and are well known for their burrowing capabilities. They are very fast when moving through the ground at various levels, and this makes them able to avoid being detected and wait for prey. Revyuks are ambush predators, and they spend most of their time underground. They burrow in the ground for several weeks in the same location. Once someone steps on where the Revyuk is, the ground will start breaking, and the Revyuk's arms will grab the legs of whatever steps on it and pulls them down, only to pull back out the prey's skeletal remains. We don't have a clear description of a Revyuk's true form, but it looks like they have two muscular arms and three legs in the back. They also have many small black eyes and have a small tube-like mouth. Male Revyuks have large white spots on their skin, while females have small white spots. When you encounter a Revyuk, make sure to listen for vibrating sounds underground. Keep a weapon with you, as Revyuks can be killed. Don't just stand there in the middle of a vibrating ground, or it might be too late. This next entity is a very popular one among the Backrooms community. Entity 15 of the Backrooms, also known as Wretches, are humanoid entities with an IETS rating of 5D. Wretches are humanoid entities that act like zombified beings. The scariest part about them is that they were once human. Even now, we can still turn into wretches due to lack of saturation, sleep, and sanity. Once those three factors are lost, the human will go through a process called the wretched cycle. This cycle comes in three stages. In stage 1, the human will experience itchiness and irritation throughout the body. They will also experience mood swings and personality changes. This stage can be cured by anything, especially almond water. In stage 2, the human will experience dissolution of skin and muscle tissue, along with bloodshot eyes and hair loss. Humans that experience stage 2 will have itchiness described as unbearable. Even if humans during stage 2 were to scratch their own skin off, the itchiness won't stop. This stage can only be curable by almond water and reality fresheners. Stage 3 is where all hope is lost. The human skin will turn into a more reddish color, as if it was rotting. The rest is where the most brutal symptoms and physical distortions occur, so be warned. The human at stage 3 will have their nails and teeth fall out of their original places and will grow new ones, only to grow in different areas of the body. The eyelids, lips, and cartilage all dissolve, which makes the now wretched human stay awake as its eyes are forcefully open. It is currently unknown whether the human's consciousness still remains in stage 3 or not. There is a sludge-like substance that falls from the wretch's mouth, and if you touch that sludge, you'll also instantly become a wretch, meaning that you'll have to go through the process too, but there isn't a cure to that one since you touched the substance from another wretch. A wretch's strength is comparable to that of a skin stealer, meaning they are pretty strong. Some wretches are intelligent enough to craft their own forms of weaponry. Vocalizations are the most notable way to identify if someone is a wretch. If someone is gurgling or snarling, then most likely they are a wretch. If you encounter one, or if you're going through the wretched cycle, make sure to try and save yourself or another with possible cures. To identify wretches, listen to their vocalizations, and make sure to sleep, hydrate, and eat to make sure you're not going through this transformation. Do not try to save a wretch on stage 3 of the cycle, because all hope is lost from there. Importantly, don't lose yourself in the cycle. Entity 16 of the Backrooms, also known as Girthers, have an unconfirmed IETS rating, but the best estimate is 3C. These entities are also referred to as sleeper spiders, but I'll call them those because the other name sounds like something straight out of the Minecraft enchantment table. Sleeper spiders are usually found in levels 1, 2, and 3. These creepy crawlies are 16-legged spiders that hide in the ceilings of the levels mentioned just now. They create ball-shaped webs and fill them with a chemical that is able to weaken a human's thinking capability. These ball-shaped webs are then hung on the ceiling with extra webbing. When the chemical is used on bugs, the sleeper spider sprays the chemical from the web and eats the bugs. When it is used on humans, the sleeper spider will be still, not moving a muscle. When a human is right below a ball trap, the sleeper spider will cut down a web. The ball web will spray out the chemical, and any target of the substance won't feel anything at first, but will feel a bit weird later. The human will then feel less aware of their surroundings, and then the sleeper spider will drop all of its ball-shaped webs filled with the chemical, making the human unresponsive and unconscious. The sleeper spider will then drop down and eat the human alive. After this disturbing process, the entity will climb back up onto the nearest ceiling and make more traps. When you encounter one of these little arachnids, look for ball-shaped webs on the ceilings and avoid them, paying attention to any forms of discomfort. If a sleeper spider is on you, shake your body in an attempt to force the spider off of your body. If you've been attacked, seek help from your nearest outpost. Do not stay in a single area for long enough. This gives the entity some time to create traps right above you. Don't ignore even a little bit of discomfort. This is usually from the effects of a sleeper spider attack. Finally, don't give up hope once you've been attacked. Attacks from these entities are usually treatable, so if you still notice one, it's a good sign that you can be saved. On a side note, the name Gurther Jur comes from a typo that an MEG operative has made. They decided to keep it anyway. That wraps up the 36th episode of this series. Episode 37 will talk about level 15 of the Backrooms. Until then, I will see you tomorrow.